Crosby's already answering, draws off the bottom incredibly deep, and comes out of another cave.
Crosby Colapinto, rookie on tour, the youngest of the Colapinto brothers.
It's rare when two brothers qualify for the championship tour. This season will be the first for Griffin and Crosby Colapinto.
I got into surfing because my dad had a surf camp. He's gotten Griffin and I into it, and he's gotten me like fired up on it.
Crosby was the younger brother, and everything was about Griffin. He was happy for his brother, but now it's game on.
Pretty much like since Crosby and I were 10 years old, or whenever we started getting into competitive surfing, once we learned about the tour, that was our dream, you know, to make the tour together.
And now we're here. So special that you get to like do contests and travel the world with your brother. It's a dream come true.
Hey buddy, what's up buddy?
When we were young, it felt like just as much of a dream to do that as much as like winning a world title is a dream. So it's like now that we actually have achieved that and we're here, it's like really just want to enjoy the process of that.
Let's just enjoy it and have fun.
It's been interesting to watch Crosby change because he looks up to Griffin so much. Griffin has mentored him through all of this.
Hey, just remember your load up backside cameras with Marley. Hey, look. Yeah.
If it wasn't for Griffin, honestly don't think I'd be surfing right now. He's invested so much of his time trying to get me on tour. I could just feel the love from him because he wanted success from me so bad. I almost wanted to prove to him that I can do it too.
Crosby Colapinto, that backdoor Crosby!
Oh! Good job, man. I get you fired up? Yeah. Yeah. Locked in.
In the beginning of the year, and then towards the end, I kind of felt like I was more settled. Oh, somebody just got a good one. Sorry, I lost train of thought.
More settled coming into this year and certainly out here at Pipeline.
But check this one out. That was a gem of a wave. Nice, offshore, super clean, and he was just driving through that barrel perfectly. And not to mention, finishing it off with the bang.
Solid finishing move, and what a great feeling for Crosby, Cam.
Yeah, that must feel insane.
Big guy, but what's he doing there? His board didn't really stop moving as soon as he took off.
Yeah, it was kind of scary right at first. I was scared he was going to like not do that first pump to get over that foam ball, but he read it perfectly, and yeah, that must feel insane.
Not bad when you're making your rookie debut and you're in the excellent range.
Exactly.
Big
Against
slam
the
there.
surfer in the world. It must feel pretty good.
Oh, keep going, Waz.
Oh, Crosby! No hands, grabs the rail, comes flying through the section. Beautiful work for Crosby, looking really comfortable out here. This is going to be a heater now that it's getting started. Let's hope for some back-to-back waves. I mean, this is fun.
Behind him was Crosby, second wave of the set. And this one, because it was a second, was a bit cleaner because that first one had come through and it was just drawing off the reef. You can see that this one had a different intensity to it. I feel like that the difference was the wave, right? And for me, Seth was maybe slightly more technical, but Crosby so deep, coming from so deep.
Crosby's already answering, draws off the bottom incredibly deep, and comes out of another cave. Brilliant performance from Croz right next to his buddy and going right into an aggressive paddle battle.
Thicker, drawing more water off the reef. It was a shorter barrel, but in terms of wow factor and the way it makes you feel, this made me feel something. It just made me sit up a little bit straighter. It's just so interesting, right? Like different types of barrels and the way you can slice and dice it and dissect it. But that thing was just insane.
I mean, how critical it was, how thick it was. They want you on the heaviest waves, and I totally feel your reaction to that exchange, slowing down that last bit for Crosby.
Yeah, wow. I mean, look at the lip above his head. I mean, that thing is so thick. It's about 1 meter thick.
He did it, the 893 again. That's going to be a memorable wave. But then he looked over his shoulder and said, well, that was fun. What happened?
Crosby just went completely ballistic on this wave. First turn was good, second turn kind of set up, and then he just starts going into this bowl. Wave sets up, and he just grinds through that corner. Like, I mean, there was so much power and body language in that he follows it up, and he just keeps hammering down the line. Beautiful work for Crosby right here. A lot of big, solid surfing, and he actually stepped his boards up a little bit. I mean, it was only a ½ inch and a little more volume.
They look better.
But they look better than when he first got here. He looked like he was kind of nursing the turns. Now he looks like he's actually dominating the turn and pushing as hard as he wants.
He's pushing harder. They're holding the rail longer, and I like the extra half-inch strider. And look at how tight this arc is in the pocket the entire time. Look at his technique. He won the Jax Pro a few years ago in Huntington Beach, and it was those long right-handers close to where Ruby's break.
Monster lurking out the back. Is bigger better? We're about to find out. Here we go.
Yes, it is.
It's Crosby Colapinto. This one looking nice and groomed on the outside. Big carve right there. Oof. Textbook roundhouse cutback. Iconic classic maneuver in surfing. And now here we go. Here's the speed section. Cranks it off the bottom. Nails it off the top. That's a 1-2 punch right there. Quick little foam climb. Here he goes. This could be an impactful section on the inside. He sees it. Kind of fluffed up a little bit there, but a solid finish. Love that outside carve for Crosby Colapinto. Definitely, easily going to throw that 2-1-0 right out the window. He's going to add to his lead right now for sure.
Done out the back is the most important, it looks to me, on these waves, Mitchell.
I really like this roundhouse carve, though, guys. It's a maneuver that we don't really see too much. It's really difficult, technical, beautiful carve right there. And as you were mentioning, Strider, it's the mid part right here that stands up a bit more. That's where you really got to get vertical. As you said, it backs off right here, and maneuver selection has to be key because we see him kind of minimize the amount of effort that he puts into this last turn because you don't necessarily have to overpower the section, guys. You need to match the speed of the end section right there.
Oh, beautiful arc on the cutback. Touches the rail to get low and hold his speed line, and the redirect as he perfectly times the transition off the backhand, like re-entry, to then transit out of that into these carves. I mean, that was a really amazing part of the criteria and flow.
Obviously a little bit of a flatter air, but still it's going to be a good backup score for him.
Crosby got this right behind Italo. Oh my, could he pull it off? And he does.
Yeah, that's a great contrast right there.